Hi Gun Geeks, I'm Destinee from Guns, Gear, and Fitness, and this is another episode of Comment Corner where I answer or respond to your comments. You can see I already have up my YouTube comments, and I'm just gonna kind of cherry pick and respond to some of these. Dan Moyer, I clicked on to just see those legs, or I just clicked on to see those legs, didn't see them, disappointment, yet misleading. Well, if that's all you're looking for, I mean, technically the shot that I used for the thumbnail does include, or it was taken from the video, so there's that. But my channel really isn't about skin, so sorry. Let's see, Black Lotus W3. Oh yeah, hearing protection. You've got earplugs, earmuffs, but then you've got electronic. Oh, I've had so many people tell me that I should get electronic muffs. I've used them, like my dad has them, and I've used a bunch. I just haven't gotten around to picking up my own pair. Anyway, he goes on to say for maybe about 15 bucks, you got Harbor Freight. They work, but they're mono and bad quality, but they do work. Then you've got some at Walmart, 25 bucks for stereo, in stereo. Really good one. Then there are some more name brand ones, 30 to 35 bucks. Not as good as the Walmart ones, just saying. Not sure about the 50 plus ones. I'm too cheap to try those. Happy with what I got. Just hearing the green grass crunch under your feet is amazing. You should have them on your bedside table at night, just in case. If there is a break-in and you have the time to put them on, you will hear them way before they hear you. And you'll still be able to hear once you use it. That is such an excellent point. I think there are really not enough conversations about what do you do if you're in that self-defense scenario and you have to use a firearm? How are you going to protect your ears? I mean, I don't know about you. I don't carry like a set of plugs or over-the-ear pro for like, oh no, I'm in a dangerous situation. Hold on one sec. I'm ready. But it is something to think about. Guarguar's money. I like your mouth. Thanks, I think. Rockin' Steady. Do you have any thoughts on a Ruger GP100? Thanks. I like this question. Here's the little, I don't know if you'll think it's cool. I think it's cool. One of the very first videos I ever did on YouTube, like 4.5 years ago. Yeah, 4.5 years. Gosh, I'm getting old. Anyway, that very first video clip was like 10 seconds or 12 seconds long. And it was me shooting a Ruger GP100. So I totally have thoughts on them. I think they're lovely revolvers. I do prefer, if we're looking at 357 wheel guns, I do prefer the trigger on the Smiths, which is why I don't own a Ruger GP100, but we do have the 686P, of which I'm very fond. I seem to have a little bit of a penchant for large caliber Smith wheel guns. But I did just recently get a set of Ruger wheel guns, but they're single action, the Vaqueros. Love them. Next question, or comment. Kyle Clarke. Oh, on the top 10 movie myths. Yeah! I love that video, by the way. That was like crazy amounts of fun to make. I guess everything looks a little bit crazy when you're putting together a video with like 5 of your own invented personalities. It just gets a little bit silly, but making fun of myself that way provides me with a vehicle to talk about firearms issues without, singling any particular individuals out and hurting their feelings or anything. So that's not what I'm about. Plus, I get the chance to give people a chuckle at me. Anyway, his comment is, one of the myths that he sees a lot and makes him cringe is when the actor shoots a Glock or another like striker-fired pistol, and they pull the trigger and it doesn't go bang. So rather than racking the slide to reset the trigger, they just keep pulling it and it's automatically resetting. They got them magic Glocks. Just another one of those silly movie myths. But good one. Spoonman73. My XDM9 is my most reliable pistol. It eats any ammo I put through it. It's my go-to handgun. Excellent. And that's on the Glocks are reliable. Or is your Glock reliable? Okay, next one is Perry2186. Ooh, this is an excellent question because I'm cross-eye dominant and I'm ambidextrous, so I would super like this already. I have a question, Destinee. Do you prefer to use right-handed guns or a lefty model? I'm a lefty myself, but I only feel comfortable with a lefty gun. I have developed preferences, partly because when I started learning how to use firearms, I was taught to use my right hand. As far as like long guns go, I found it's a lot easier for me to shoot long gun left-handed. So if it's shotgun or rifle, I almost always try to operate left-handed. Even with bolt guns, I do prefer having a left-handed operated bolt gun. Not always possible. There are times where I just have to kind of make it work. But it's always been easier for me to operate left-handed on a long gun than to try and use my right eye. I do try to train it, but that's just my own opinion. Your mileage may vary. Handguns doesn't really matter because my point of, or where I'm looking at to align my sights is just right in front of me. So there I can shoot left or right-handed. Next one. Daniel Jones. I live in the United Kingdom where I own firearms for sport. I'm not allowed to own firearms for self-defense. That always bums me out about the UK because I super want to visit. There's so many things I'd love to see. But it is a bummer to know that if I were to travel out there, I would not be able to carry the things that I normally have with me. Brad Borgelt. At least I hope that's how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry if it's not. One time, while bowling on a championship game, some hippie was over the line. I got that reference! Dude, I didn't see that movie until just a couple of years ago, and then I wondered how it took me so long before I discovered how much I love The Big Lebowski. Fabulous, fabulous film. And I already love Fargo, which same guys, the Coen brothers. So if you know Big Lebowski, go check out Fargo, because you'll probably find some of the same things that I enjoy out of it. Randy Pelton. Ooh, that one is a little more sensitive because that's from the have you ever had to draw and use your firearm? So I'll just drop to a couple other. Oh, here's an interesting one. 9mm versus .45 caliber is the comment. Wow, the comments on that video, which I did ages ago. That was one of my videos in the first year of YouTube, I think. Riley Crawford says, I think you shot the Colt better, which actually, I was shooting a Springfield 1911, but I think that's what he means. He's referring to the 1911. And he said he feels I shoot it better because it has a smaller grip than the Beretta 92. Man, at this point, I don't know which I shoot better. That might be something worth revisiting because I have way more rounds through the Beretta now that it's 4 years later than I do through the Springfield. Although it was a Springfield 1911 that I shot those 18 consecutive headshots when I was testing out that new 9mm range officer in front of Rob Latham. So, I don't know, that might need to be something I check out again. I definitely do prefer the slimmer grip of the 1911, but since that video I put VZ Alien grips on my M9, and I've had no grip issues at all. I absolutely adore the grip. It's perfect for my hand size. Let's find another fun one. Alex Costa, 90 seconds of introduction? Seriously? Oh no! I got creative in a YouTube video. What was I thinking? Well, because you don't know my YouTube channel as well as, my regular followers, one of the things that I like to bring to my YouTube videos is my passion for creating something it's almost like a work of art for me, in the sense that I love the creative process in the music and in the composition of the video. And that's one of my earliest videos. I think I've gotten a little bit better since then, but I know there are definitely people who don't like when I go out in left field and create one of those more artsy videos, but I can't help it. It's what I love about YouTube, that creative expression. Nick Natacha, I think that's how to pronounce that. Again, I'm sorry if I've mispronounced any of these usernames. It's definitely not on purpose, and cut me some slack. Haha, the girl from My Cousin Vinny. That's in the top 10 movie myth video. I have a character who I call Molly, and her accent is based off of, I have some family out on the northeast coast, and that's a lot what they sound like. But since I posted that video, I've had like a million people tell me that I sound like Marissa Tomei, I think is her name. I didn't even know it was a movie until I had so many of those comments. So, looks like I've got another Joe Pesci film to check out. This has been another episode of Comment Corner with Destinee. I hope you enjoyed it. So keep commenting, you guys, and I will continue to post videos like this where I respond to your comments. See you next time. Thanks for watching.